Let's have a quick look at this Australian-Palestinian woman responding to the events, the horrific events of last weekend.
We go now to Asala Sayara, a Palestinian activist who was one of the organisers of the rally last night. Asala, welcome. Last night was quite a night. How is the Palestinian community feeling today?
Hello, Davina. I guess if I want to express how we are feeling in one word, it will be very hard. I would say it's bittersweet. We are feeling a mix of emotions. We are feeling angry. We are feeling saddened with the pain and the suffering that we Palestinians have been facing until this day. A injustice at the hands of the Israeli occupation. But on the other hand, we are also feeling proud of the resilience and the resistance of the Palestinian people.
That's an Australian, Rita. That's an Australian woman, Rita. We had butchered babies, raped women.
That's resistance, apparently, is it? Is that what
bittersweet
is? Bittersweet.
So I didn't notice any sort of condemnation there from her about the actual suffering of the Israelis on the ground
just been
there.
Slaughtered, and there were hostages who are still, God knows what's happening to them. You know, one of the bits of footage that I've seen this week that was the most harrowing wasn't of the violence. It was an interview with a father who had lost his 8-year-old daughter. I mean, she'd been missing for a couple of days, and they called and said, "We found her. She's dead." And he said he was so happy because the alternative was so much worse, that if she was taken a hostage and was being tortured in Gaza. So this father, this broken man who was happy to hear his daughter was dead because the alternative was too horrific to bear. I mean, that is what we're dealing with.
That's what we're dealing with.
Bittersweet, ain't it?
Disgusting. Well, also in Ireland, this was a Lush store. Lush are those stores, that disgusting smell when you walk through they're revolting. I can't stand the smell of them. The stench goes right to the top at Lush, let me tell you. They put a sign up saying, boycott Israel. I'd say to anyone in Australia, don't go near those shops. They are horrible. The stench, as I said, is enough to warn you and put you off. Shame on Lush. What a disgrace. Let's also just quickly... James, you wanted to mention?
Oh, well, just we've had now news that the repatriation flights to bring Australians back have been put on hold because of the deteriorating security situation on the ground now. I mean, obviously, people have to make their own assessments in the airlines. The government has to make their assessments. I do note, though, that the government, went to great lengths to mount operations in 2022 to bring back ISIS brides who had voluntarily married into ISIS from Syrian refugee camps. But anyway, I'll just leave that there.
And Rowan, the families, some of them are making their own arrangements, those who can, to get their loved ones out of there. But I've heard from parents who are getting all these questions from DFAT, like the COVID vaccination status of their kid before they... Really, DFAT? Is that really imperative information to know right now?
No, it's a disgrace. Now, just very quickly, last thing on The Voice. Have a look at this clip. It's not about The Voice, but it's very similar in the States. This is Bill Maher. Have a quick look.
To all the people who start every public event now with one of those land acknowledgements where they say, I'm standing on land that was stolen from the proud Indigenous people of the Chumash tribe, I say either give it back or shut up.